Hey world, it's Ben when we come back from another video. Family, I want to come back with this video because it's like they stay on script. You dig? It's like they stay on script. And I was pontificating on this like weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, right? I was wondering when will they start coming up with the data that indicates that the coronavirus affects so-called African Americans at a disproportionate rate than everybody else. And of course it came out. It came out. And so ironic is that, I'm in H-Town and we've had 12 corona deaths that they labeled as corona deaths. 12. And of the 12 deaths, 8 have been so-called African Americans. So the coronavirus is racist? And I told you before, until you do an autopsy, to just associate these 8 deaths to coronavirus and say that, whoa, out of the 12 deaths, now remember in H-Town we have like 5 million people here, and we've had 12 coronavirus deaths. And out of the 12, 8 were Afro-melanated. Okay? So that's a huge disparity right there, right? Especially when you look at the percentage of the Afro-melanated population, in America as well as in certain cities. So I mean, there's a huge discrepancy with that number, and I say that because it's always like maybe 14, 15% of the population Afro-melanated, right? But then 70% of the cases of coronavirus death are Afro-melanated. That's a huge discrepancy. And so, like I said once again, in Houston, there's 12 deaths, 8 are Afro-melanated. But then what you find out is that all 8 had diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, as if to say these were the underlying health issues or medical conditions. So what did they really die of? You dig? And I just think that's so disheartening, man. Like every virus is racist against Afro-melanated people. How is that? But I can tell you now, if you want to be real about it, the coronavirus has affected poor people, people that are in a lower economic demographic, way more than it's affected those that are in a higher economic demographic. That's what it's really about. And I hate that they try to place this stigma on race. Like even Trump was talking about how, he don't like it, that there is a huge disparity with the number of Afro-melanated people dying of coronavirus or affected by coronavirus than other races. But see, that's not the issue. We always have to be the pawns in the games that they play. It's not about race. It's economics. Okay? I mean, I promise you, yes, we are affected more by it because when you look at the disparity with job opportunities, when you look at the disparity with wages, I mean, the numbers are out there. The data is there. Okay? When you look at the number of people that are uninsured opposed to other demographics, I mean, look, it's obvious. But it's more economics. Because right now, okay, kids that are in doing virtual online schooling right now, right? What about all the kids that can't afford the internet or Wi-Fi services? I mean, just common sense tells you if their parents are off work right now and not getting paid, how can they continue to pay the internet bill? And a lot of times they didn't have the money to pay for internet already. So this is an economic game, family. And it just so happens that they want to put more emphasis on race. African Americans being affected by coronavirus more than other races. Come on, man, what is that? It's always the pawns in the game when it's really about economics. And that's why I say pay yourself first. See, we can continue to be victims based on the stereotypes and based on what the projections are out there on the television and social media, it's ridiculous. I mean, not one time have they addressed the issue of homelessness. I mean, all these people that are homeless, we're talking almost 600,000 homeless people in America. And I don't remember them being quarantined. So how can you say, okay, well, we getting to the top of the curve? Well, are you omitting the homeless people? Because from just the ideology, this is an airborne, 27 feet, will attach itself to you type of virus. So if you have all these homeless people out here, are you serious? So when you do come off lockdown, were you trying to say the homeless people don't have coronavirus? Unless you know it's all some bull. You did? So if I just want to come back with a little food for thought, let's see, join me tonight. I'm going to be in the garden tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking about a couple of things. And just kind of put things in perspective, because there are a couple of things that if you know about, you'll be able to make a better situation and make better decisions on your money. And just better decisions on just living. Because I tell you, a lot of things that you think is ain't. You did? So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High decide to bring you joy. And being what is out of 5,000.